What is up, everyone? I'm Skratch. Welcome to another Raid Shadow Legends video. I am currently on the test server, guys. In today's video, we're gonna showcase the final champion from the new collab. And that, of course, is gonna be no one else but the big, mean boss, Shredder. He is an HP-based Void champion from the Shadowkin faction. Pretty good base stats overall. With A1, Rage of Saki, a triple hitter, the second and third hit of the skill will ignore 5% and 10% of the target's defense respectively, and the second and third will deal 10% and 20% more crit damage respectively. With the second skill, Shadow Shinobi, on a 3-turn cooldown fully booked, an AoE attack, a double hitter. Each critical hit destroys the enemy's defense by 5%, stacking up to 30%, which can be very good for bosses. Each critical hit also increases this champion's max HP by 5%, stacking up to 30%. Each hit has a chance of placing a leech debuff for 2 turns. The debuff cannot be resisted if the champion is under a veil or a perfect veil. Pretty nice for bosses. The third skill, this is through ninjutsu. On a 4-turn cooldown fully booked, an AoE attack, before attacking, steals all buffs from a single target enemy. The effect cannot be resisted if the champion is under a veil or a perfect veil, and fills this champion's turn meter by 15% for each buff stolen. Will ignore 15% of each enemy's defense as well as shield and block damage buffs. If the champion is under a veil or perfect veil, will ignore 30% of the enemy's defense instead. This could potentially make him a great counter versus Nice, versus Siegfried, versus champions that put block damage. And then you have the passive, Dimensional Tyrant. The passive effect decreases all the incoming damage by 30%, and the damage is split equally among all allies except the champion. Increases the champion's damage dealt by 15% for each dead ally. Can be interesting. And then you have the active effect that is on a 1-turn cooldown. Whenever this champion loses 20% of their max HP in one attack, has a 100% chance to evade the next attack. When this guaranteed evade effect activates, places a perfect veil buff on the champion for 2 turns, and has a 50% chance of placing a True Fear debuff on all enemies for 1 turn. The True Fear debuff cannot be resisted, and you have an HP aura in all battles by 33%. You know what? It's all about multipliers. We've seen some different HP-based champions that have this effect increasing their HP, and they suck big time. Hopefully, he's not going to be one of them. That being said, let's quickly check out the build. So, I've put a 6-star blessing, the soul on him, but I haven't activated a blessing on him yet. We're going to do that in a bit. Basically, we have Savage Stone Skin. We want to try him in PvP. And then we're going to do a bit of PvE like Hydra with him, because AoE attacks dropping the defense could be interesting. He's not a Chimera champion. He's not a clan boss champion either. But he can work in there as well too, in the clan boss, like most of the champions nowadays. We have 119k HP without the blessing. That will be juicy once we're going to get it in. We have 3k defense, 261 speed, full crit rate. Not enough crit damage, unfortunately. But with the blessing, hopefully that will push a bit of crit damage more. I'm actually quickly going to see if I can do anything to up that crit damage, because it's not looking very juicy. Unfortunately, no. I have crit damage substat on pretty much all of the pieces, but hey, it is what it is. Masteries. We have offense and defense. We have Helm Smasher as tier 6, guys. Let me quickly make myself invisible so you can see them in full right there. Let's go straight into the Dragon Slayer. That's where we test the damage dealers. We're gonna see what he can do. You can get out of there. We've had our fun with you. It's time to bring in Shredder. So let's see. We're not gonna use his aura to give him more another advantage in here, right? He does look pretty cool as a champion. Like the cape, the way he's moving, the movement. That's pretty cool. Good job on that, Plarium. Okay, I haven't checked the animations. So we're going to start with this AoE attack first. Let's see what we can expect from it. Yeah, the damage sucks from that skill, but Kind of want to open with the other one to slowly stack up all the goodies, but we're going to go with this one now, and we're going to come back into the run. So this is the second AoE. Exactly what I was afraid of. His damage sucks balls. Okay, pardon my French. 2 AoE attacks, we cannot kill them. 2 AoE attacks, and you cannot kill them. That is just disappointing. Now I know he's intended for longer fights, because that A2 kind of like gives us the hint. That's what I was afraid of, because that's how they're doing it for all of these champions. 65k per hit, 100k, bro. Like, what is that, man? Void freaking legendary champion. He's supposed to be like the most freaking evil boss. So right now we dropped their defense by 10%, and we increased our HP by 10%. Let's see the A3 this time around. Okay, we killed somebody. That's step in the right direction. We killed somebody. What about the A1? 54k per hit. The second, the third will deal more damage. We reset around, so that won't be very, very helpful. I'm gonna quickly give him the blessing. If I'm getting 6-star Crushing Rand, we know for a fact we're 1,000,000% gonna do more damage in there, but let's do it, because why not? His damage is potatoes, okay? It's really, really weak, by the way. You can see it. If you don't believe me, check different videos where I'm using Magnar. Magnar is gonna deal more damage, okay? He's an epic champion. I'm not saying they need to make him busted, but a bit more damage, I mean, a bit more damage would have been nice. Crushing Rand, a completely different story now. Yeah, I mean, a 6-star Crushing Rand in PvE is nice. I'm sure it will be very nice in the Hydra. So we can go like this. We drop their defense. Much, much better with that on. Let's see this skill now, the A1. 118, 100, 356. Pretty nice with the basic skill. AoE again. 300k. It does look much better when you have the Crushing Rand on, right? So that was the A1. Let's see a bit the passive. Okay, so we got a stun on. The passive just proc there, I think. Okay, and he just died. The damage is much better with Crushing Rand, but the thing is, it's not that amazing as a DPS. So what we're going to do, we're going to go into Hydra first, because I have the Crushing Rand. Then we're going to go into Arena, right? So we're going to play it a bit differently. So we're going to bring him in with Crushing Rand. We're going to see how he performs in here. He might be doing better damage in here, even though I don't necessarily think that he will. The Crushing Rand, the stats, the max Great Hall, all of the additional stats on him are pretty damn crazy. So once we're dropping all of their stats and we're increasing our HP, that could bring us quite a bit of additional damage. Let's see. 88k, 109k, 6-star Crushing Rand, max Great Hall. Get the fudge out of here, bro. What is with these multipliers, Plarium, and why are you designing them like this? Like, why are you bringing collab champions that won't be useful in most of the content? Like, and what I mean useful, to replace existing old epic champions. Think about Magnar, okay? The thing is, I perfectly understand the fact that they do not want to make them OP or anything like that, okay? And I agree with it. They shouldn't be OP because they're limited time champions. Once the event is gone, you're never going to be able to get them again. But that doesn't mean that they need to be that weak, man. You know, like, I mean, just give them a bit of more firepower. A little bit only. They don't need insane firepower, just a bit more. Like 100k from a Void Legendary with those stats and a 6-star Crushing Rand is pathetic, okay? Literally. I was I was so convinced that this will be the case for this champion. I just had a feeling. Because Leonardo is not like him. Leonardo is actually really, really good. Really, really good. So let's see a bit the damage now. We actually, more or less, maxed this, right? We increased it by 20%. We used the skill twice. So 10% more HP is not going to make it or break it. We have defense down and weaken on them. We're void affinity, no weak hits. $700, 800k with an AoE with a champion that has these stats. These stats. I don't know about you, but I'm not feeling it. Yes, it would be good to have 100% more crit damage. I have too much HP, but it is what it is. That won't really change much in terms of multipliers. Not looking very promising, guys. Shredder, not looking very promising. Now, I could not care less if I get him or not, to be honest. I would love to get the turtles, but him is kind of like, yeah, whatever. If we're going to go in PvP, we are ignoring block damage. Let's take you out. Let's take you out. And what we are going to do, we're going to change the blessing on him to something else. We don't need a crushing rand. We could go for Ward of the Fallen on him. And these are the stats, okay? More crit damage. Indeed, it would be good, but hey. Still good stats. So if we're going to bring Shredder in here, and who else should we bring in? Bring a UDK. That would get the job done. Now, can we kill this champion? This Taras has no gear. We're going to use this first. Let's see. 1, 2, the block damage proc. We haven't killed any of them with the first AoE attack. I mean, Krixia should die. Let's just say Marichka no, because she's tankier. But Krixia should die. Oh my god. That Siegfried has so much freaking turn meter. He's gonna take a turn before me again. So Marichka is dead. I cannot push my turn meter with this team. Okay, thanks God for that. No more block damage, which is fine, but this will ignore block damage. Okay. Thing is, we have no Veil, so I might need to try and bring him a Veil champion instead. And that will boost a bit the damage, right? Because we ignore 30% of the target's defense instead of 15. So we're gonna play it with some Veil as well. But this right here, it has no effect on the damage. It's just on the debuff, which we don't care about. Okay, we killed that team. Let me think how I can bring in some Veil to this team. And that is by dropping you... How much speed you have on? 276. And I can bring in Duchess. I need to check which one. 283, you're missing some gear. 262, you're missing more gear. Okay, so we're gonna go with you. That server, always missing gear on champions, guys. And we're gonna lock them. We're gonna strip them. And Veil, now we're talking about it. I'm still gonna use this skill first. Okay, we killed one, 25k, 35k. That's actually still weak damage though. We killed another one. And we're going to do that for the chicken so he doesn't do anything too crazy. And we dropped their defense. We increased our HP. So let's go with this. 158k. We killed the chicken, but he's probably going to go ham on me. And we killed him. I think in the top meta, he's going to be potatoes. I don't see him getting to be very useful in there because of the damage. I don't think the passive is strong enough to justify and using him in any of the teams in PvP, defense-wise for high-end arena. Don't get me wrong, even though I might sound like I'm disappointed with the champion, because I am. Progression-wise, he's going to be good if you pull him randomly. I would not target him on a 15x unless you're a Pokemon collector, because he won't really bring much utility to your account. Other than that, I don't know, like damage is lacking. Utility overall is not that great. So he doesn't have that vibe of a strong champion that will be useful in the end game. Progression wise, it will be good, but other than that, not really feeling it. Okay, let's do one more fight and then we're gonna call it a day with him. So we have Narcissus. Ooh, can we lock them though? Lots of magic champions. Yes, we are. So we're gonna go with this one first. Okay, 2 down. We drop the defense. I hope Narcissus is not gonna go bananas on me right now. Okay, thank you. So that Ancora still has the stone skin. You see, that was my Lazarius, not on Savage, using the basic skill for 36,000. So when you're using the special skill on a character built for damage on Savage, my Lazarius is built for speed. And when an AoE attack like this barely deals double or triple the damage of a support champion, that's a big question mark, man. You know, like, is this champion really doing anything interesting? You know what I mean? So that's a 19k without... I mean, maybe we had an increased attack on him, but I don't think we do. We had it. 19k from him, and we're going to go with him 40-35. So slightly more damage from there. But that was all for this video, guys. Shredder, my opinion, disappointing. Not an endgame champion. Good for progression, like the majority of the champions that we have in the game. Do let me know your opinion in the comments down below. What do you think about the champion? Do you see some potential with him that maybe I'm missing? As usual, much love. Appreciate all of you guys watching, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.